What is going on, YouTube? It's Sebastian here. I broke my tripod, my normal one, so I am going to be using just my little handheld one. Let me shut my door real quick. But basically what we're gonna discuss right now is the entrepreneurial mindset. What do you need to become successful in any business, kind of just regarding mindset? Because I think mindset is huge. I kind of shout out my mindset for all of my successes that I've had in the past and that will happen in the future, because success is, I think it's very, you can have it pretty calculated if you take the right precautions and steps. But I think there are a few key principles that have led to success in my life, and I'm sure in any other entrepreneur's life, just because it's kind of predicated on a few things. So before we get into this, if you don't have all these things down, understand it's completely fine. I didn't at all. I was, we'll just talk about it as we go. So I believe that dedication is huge. Having the work ethic to go hard for an extended amount of time, consistency with work ethic and dedication, I think that is all huge to happen. I think a form of consistency, or not consistency, self-confidence, believing in yourself when others don't, I think that is also huge. It's a huge principle. I remember when I was launching my first dropshipping store, I was telling people, guys, I'm gonna be making like 500 bucks every single day, just wait on it. Watch this happen. And a lot of people were like, no, what are you talking about? No, you're not. And they're like, that's not how money works. It's not how life works. This isn't that simple, Sebastian. Businesses don't go like that. They take years to grow, and you know, life is not like that. There's so much other stuff that happens in life, you know, and just wait, you'll have to pay bills and stuff like that. So 500 bucks even won't even be that much, and blah, 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 blah. A lot of people were like putting me down when I was saying I want to make this amount of money online and that I was going to. And so when that happened, I was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks, but who cares? I'm still gonna go at this and give it a shot. And I did, and I ended up actually like cracking those, you know, breaking those barriers and making over $500 a day at, I think I was 16 or 17 when that happened. And that was unreal amounts of money for myself. I was like, what? How did this even happen? Like, going from a kid who had no money to that was pretty crazy. And my parents are decently well off, but you know, 500 bucks a day at my age, that's crazy. So I wasn't at all used to that. But there's a lot of stuff that led up to that, and I'm gonna discuss all that like in depth right now. So if you don't have a form of confidence in yourself, you'll give up after a few days, and that consistency also adds into it too. So imagine if Phil Knight, the owner of Nike, or CEO I believe now, if he actually gave up on Nike a few weeks after he launched the company, how do you think his financial situation would be right now? He probably wouldn't be a billionaire. I believe, yeah, he's definitely a billionaire right now, but he probably would not be a billionaire right now if he gave up on that. And what I'm trying to get across, all of you guys right now, if you're a millennial, if you're like, I would say in the span of 21 to like 15 years old, you do not have a work ethic most of the time. All of you guys literally give up after a few days. I'm so disappointed in a ton of you guys because you guys give up so extremely quickly when you don't understand that success takes years to happen and years to develop and years to form. It's not something that happens like overnight at all. And there are some cases where stuff like people make a lot of money overnight, but their success has been built over the years to like years in the past. Like for me, I developed a form of an entrepreneurial mindset when I was in the 3rd grade and the 4th grade. I was already understanding that, okay, when you have money, you should spend it to make more money. You shouldn't buy stupid, foolish things that are liabilities. You should invest in assets, and you should create more wealth with the money you already have. So for me, for my birthday, I would ask for like duct tape to make duct tape wallets, to turn the $4 roll of duct tape into $30, and then keep going up the line and making more money. And then I would buy my friends stuff if they had stuff to sell. I would buy Ray-Bans from them. I bought a pair of Ray-Bans that my friend found at like Yosemite for $20, traded that for an Xbox 360 that then cost like $200, sold the Xbox, traded the Xbox for an airsoft gun, I don't know, a long stream of things. Somehow that $20 ended up coming out to $500 through tons of trading and stuff, because I was just, I was a smart kid. Like it still kind of blows my mind how I did all those, how I made all those deals at such a young age. But I had that business mindset at a young age. It wasn't like I just developed it last year. I never thought of getting a job. I applied for some, but it was just because my parents were trying to force me to. I never thought of like, oh yes, I'm 16 now, I can go to get a job. No, that's not how it worked. The mindset of like having like money and turning that into more money. I think that is huge. Like, understanding if you have money, do not spend it on foolish liabilities. Invest it on assets and stuff that is going to make you more money. Right now, I spend most of my money that I get on, and I invest most of the money that I always get because I know what I can turn the money into. I'm on a daily basis turning $500 into like $1,500. Obviously, it's not like I make that instant. It happens over the course of a few weeks, but still, I'm a constant, like almost every single week, I'm probably spending a few $1,000s on investments that are going to end up making me thousands of dollars more on my investments. So it's huge, like, to invest tons of your money, because if you don't, it's just going to sit and not appreciate it or at all. Obviously, it's calculated risk, but I think understanding money is also huge. Confidence is something else that I struggled with confidence. I'm not gonna lie. My whole high school career, I was a very, very low self-esteem kid. I remember I had some days where I didn't even go to school because I was very, like, no confidence at all in myself with anything. It was kind of depressing to think of. Now, like, to think of, it's kind of sad that that happened to me, because it was all in my head. Like, I always would think, like, always people are talking about me. Oh, people are making fun of me. Oh, people are talking behind my back. Like, look, they're looking at me because they're pointing out my flaws and stuff like that. Like, that's what would go on in my head. And I laugh at myself now for, like, thinking like that, because it's just like, first off, who cares what other people think? Second off, they probably are not even talking about myself because they're probably worried about their own flaws and stuff like that. That's what I've developed in my head, like, to understand. A lot of people are trying to fix their flaws and hide their flaws, when in reality, everyone does that, and everyone tries to hide what they're not the best at or what they, you know, lack in or something. So it's like everyone is focused on themselves. They're not really focusing on other people that much. I mean, some instances they are, but even if they are, who cares what some Joe Schmo thinks about you? They don't even matter in the grand scheme of things. And even if you do have flaws in your physical self or your, I don't know, philosophical self or your, mentality wise, who cares what other people think? Like, that's something I think has led to success for myself as well. Once I threw that out the window and said, nope, I'm never gonna let someone else's opinions or anything like that get into the way of what I want to do in my life, I think that also helped me out an insane amount with succeeding. And by the way, I'm not thinking like success. I'm not saying I'm completely successful. I've had some form of small success with my businesses, but it's nothing insane. I'm just saying I am better off than I was when I first got into business. Like, I'm doing extremely well right now compared to when I just started off. So I've had a decent form of growth. So that's what I'm speaking from. But I truly just think it's somewhat just consistency, dedication, self-motivation, because if you are trusting in other people to motivate you, and you're wanting and hoping that other people motivate you so you keep going, no, that's not how this works, okay? It can get lonely when you're working by yourself, so understand that if you can't think in your head and motivate yourself, you are not, it's gonna be hard to become successful. You probably still can, but it's gonna be very tough, because if you can't motivate yourself, it is hard. I don't know, yeah, props to you if you end up somehow going through with that, but for me, like, I understand what motivates me, I understand what keeps me going, and I push myself and think about those things all the time. They just are on fire in my head, so, like, constantly keeping me going. Like, for me, I want to go live in Paris now. I've decided today, I was like, alright, I want to go live in Paris for like a month. So I'm trying, I can book flights and stuff, I can do all that stuff right now, but I want to structure businesses where I can go travel there and still make a lot of money every single day, to where I never have to stress at all. Like, I can go spend the money there, but I don't want to, like, I have a weird kind of, like I was saying with mindset wise, I have a weird thought in my head when I spend money. It's like I have to find a way to make that money back instantly. Like, if I go spend $50 or $60 on gas, I have to go buy and resell something to make that money back, or else, like, I can't sleep at night. It's weird to say, but I am constantly on the hunt to make not even a living, to just make sure I'm not spending money, and if I do, I replenish that money at all times, because being broke is the biggest, I would say it's a big fear for me. I have been broke and I have had a lot of money, and having a lot of money is much more, I guess you can live more freely when you have money, because you can do whatever you honestly want. Like, I get to go out and eat all the time, I get to go drive wherever I want to go, if I want to go travel, I can travel, if I want to go buy anything, I really can go buy most things I want, aside from like cars and houses right now. I can't even buy cars to a certain extent, not like Ferraris and Lambos yet, but I'm on my way there. That will probably start taking place in the following year or two, which is, I'm completely fine with waiting. This is another topic, but yeah, no, I would say like understanding that when you can have money and you have that freedom, life gets great. And it's not perfect. Like I still have problems. Everyone that's successful probably still has problems, but money takes care of financial problems. It's nice. You don't have to stress out about bills and stuff like that because you know you can pay them easily, like with complete ease. But I would also say patience is also huge when you are creating a business or hopping into some business because a lot of people think that it takes a few days or a few weeks or a few months to become successful. In some cases it does, but most of the time it will take you, on average, it takes you, I believe it's like 1 to 3 years after when you think you're going to become successful. So for me, like I remember I was 16 and I was like, oh yeah, I want to get like a Lamborghini when I'm 18. And now I'm realizing that is a lot of money to just drop on a car. Like if I'm dropping $250,000 on a car, I want to be able to like not even worry about that money, like have it just go away and be like, oh, it left my bank account. Like right now when I spend money on whatever, if I spend $100, like I don't even look at that and realize that that money is out of my bank account right now. I want that to happen with my cars when I buy them because I want to be at that level where it doesn't even matter anymore. And so I'm not going to spend all that money until the money doesn't even matter, like when I'm in the tens of millions, which I don't know when that's going to happen, probably in a few years maybe. That's a lot of money though to make, so I'm going to have to figure something out to get to that point. It's possible though, but you know, understanding that it takes time to develop wealth and success, I think when you understand that, it's just a fun journey. Like right now I know I'm gonna become successful in my life. It's just a journey and I'm just waiting and I'm working and I'm constantly in the game going because I know at some point I'm gonna have that moment where I just have huge success, like unreal amounts. And so I'm just waiting for that, and it's just not even just like I'm not waiting and being lazy. I'm just constantly going because it's like it's gonna happen. It just takes time. I think to like sum things up, and the last kind of point I want to make is you also guys, all of you guys can have whatever you want in life, and once you understand that, life gets insane. Let me tell you, like I heard a quote, I forgot, it was from some real estate guy. It was like, you can have whatever you want when you've done whatever it takes, and that is so true. You guys can, if you want to buy a Bugatti, you can go buy a Bugatti. Like seriously, you can. Like people have bought Bugattis and stuff. That's $1 million car. Or you can buy a mansion or whatever you really want. You just have to apply yourself and take the steps needed to do those things to where like you can buy that and you're not even worrying about buying tires and stuff because you're so wealthy. And it's not all about wealth. Like maybe you just want to live financially free and not have to worry about bills. You easily can. You just have to what I do is I study people who have currently done what I want to do, and I look at like their successes and how it happened and stuff, and then I try to apply that to my own life. So I think when you understand though that you can have like literally whatever you want, life gets pretty insane because now I know like, okay, if I want to buy a Lamborghini, like let's just say next year, I definitely could. There would, like, I believe in alternate universes, and like there's unlimited outcomes. There is a possibility where somehow tomorrow I buy a Lamborghini, or like in a year I would buy a Lamborghini. So for me now, I understand that in a year there is one form of myself. This sounds weird if you guys don't understand alternate universes, but in 1 year there is a universe where I buy a Lamborghini, and it's not all about luxury things, it's just accomplishments. Like in my head, if I bought one, I'm like, okay, that is awesome. I check that off my list. That just boosts not even boosts my confidence, it just makes me like instills the thing in my head to where I'm like, okay, I can achieve that. I can go completely further than this, and this is nothing. I'm only 18 and I can still do that. But when you understand that you can achieve stuff like that, it becomes like a game. Like, okay, well, just how do I get there and stuff like that. So I think that's honestly like gonna wrap this video up. I hope I didn't just ramble, and I hope this all makes sense to you guys. I had a comment, someone wanted to hear my how to get an entrepreneurial mindset and understand what is needed for success and stuff. This is my video for you guys. Like this is what I truly think will help you guys. Hopefully it does. If you guys have any questions or anything, comment below. Like maybe what are you guys struggling with right now? Are you guys struggling with confidence, motivation, setting your goals up, staying consistent? What is it that you're struggling with? Comment below, and the one with the most thumbs up, I'm actually gonna make a video about. So if it's, oh, I have a low self-esteem, how do I fix it? I'll make a video on that, because guys, I was not confident at all in high school. I'm very confident now. Every situation I go into and I'm like super strong with it. I'll go chat it up to random people I don't know. Like I was at Chipotle the other day and struck a conversation with someone who was like out of the country visiting here, and I was like, oh yeah, what's up, blah, 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 where are you from, blah, blah, blah. And then, because I pointed to a meat and I was like, what, that doesn't even look like meat, and made him laugh and stuff. And I don't know, like I've developed a form of confidence, and I think it took time, but but I believe I can help all of you guys out with whatever it is you're struggling with. So let me know in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thumbs up this video if you did enjoy. And again, let me know if you guys have any questions. Subscribe as well, because that's always nice to see the subscriptions go up. But yeah, other than that, peace out, guys. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to post this on my Instagram as well. If you guys do know how to create intros for YouTube videos and outros, let me know. I want to create a dope, simple one though, but still pretty cool. Cool audio, like, you know, laid back audio. So let me know if you guys can create those, and maybe just like email me. Maybe just email me, then like create them and email me them, and then if I like them, I'll be like, oh dope, I'll use this one. I'll leave my email below, or Sebastian at sebastianesqueda.biz. So yeah, let me know. But other than that, I will see you guys in a bit. Camera's about to stop recording, so yeah, peace out.